you who are in need of this. Um, Probably not going to be on here long. My wife calling. I don't want to have to cut this live or cut this short message abruptly. Um, embrace embrace where you are. You are exactly where God needs you to be. Embrace where you are. You are exactly where God needs you to be. And where you are, it it may be really hard for you right now. I want you to grieve for a brief. Grieve in this moment that you are dealing with right now. Feel, truly feel what you are going through. Don't try to shut it out. Don't try to fight it. Like, give yourself a brief to breathe, to grieve. Not a day, not a two, not anything like that. Give yourself like 10, 15 minutes to grieve. Um, because, man, there's something in my eye. Um, yeah, just give yourself a brief to grieve, okay? Um, and while you're grieving, how to get out of it. While you are grieving right now, ask God to give you instruction and direction. Ask God where you are, the state you are in, where you are, the state, mental state, emotional state, whatever state you are in, physical state, whatever situation you're in, whatever your circumstances are. Grieve, and while you grieving, ask God to give you instruction and direction. Instruction and direction. And then after your short time, brief time of grieving, be obedient to his instructions and move. Be obedient to his instructions and move. He may not reveal to you the next 2 steps. He might not reveal to you what step 3 looks like. Don't worry about step 2. Don't worry about step 3. If he give you instructions, if he give you direction, and that's one step, taking that one step, be obedient to that instructions. Go in that direction that he has instructed you to, and be obedient. Don't worry about what's next. Don't worry about what's on the other side. Don't worry about what may happen. Don't worry about what if. Don't worry about any of that. If you are asking for instructions, if you are asking for direction, that means that you are ready to move. Trust God enough to be obedient to move. Now, again, if he tell you what to do, be obedient to that step. Don't worry about what's next. I'm going to leave that where that is. Now I'm going to speak to this, because this was just heavy on my spirit. It's just, not everyone will be happy for your breakthrough. Not everyone will be happy for the revelation God has given you. Not everyone will understand how God is moving in your life and why he's moving in your life. Not everyone will understand enough to celebrate you anyway, to push you forward anyway. I don't care how close they are. I don't care if they related to you. I don't care if it's best friends. long lost friends, elementary school friends, cousins, brothers, mothers, sisters, brothers, auntie, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Not everyone will understand, no matter how long they've been riding for you. Please do not allow, because you hope they will be happy for you. You hope that they will embrace you. You hope they will celebrate your change with you. Like you just knew that, man, when I tell them this, when I tell them that, like you probably just knew. But don't worry about them, because it's a possibility you could be setting yourself up for failure. Because they not gonna lift you up like that all the time. So don't wait for someone else to accept you, to affirm you, to embrace you, to celebrate with you, celebrate for you. It's not always going to happen. So as long as you know what God has revealed to you, He have given you the opportunity to experience His moving in your life, embrace that. Embrace that moment, and know if He has revealed to you in that moment, He's showing you not only how real He really is, because He don't have to prove anything. He don't have to do any of those things, but it's Him letting you know that if you believe, if you trust me, if you are obedient enough to move in faith when I give you instructions, know that I am taking you somewhere. Know that I am moving you. Embrace that. And know that that's what it is moving forward. He's not always going to answer right then and there. He's not always going to reveal Himself to you. He's not always going to let you feel that experience. It's just all about obedience. And what comes after that, then that's a cherry on top. Don't always wait for that. Faith has nothing to do with emotions. Faith has nothing to do with what's practical. Faith has nothing to do with what's logical. It has nothing to do with what makes sense. Faith has nothing to do with any of those things. So please don't always wait on that, because if you are always waiting on that, God is always going to be waiting on you, because you're not going to move, because you're waiting on that high or that feeling or those 39 confirmations, and He's waiting on you. So because He's waiting on you, the second step after He has given you the first step, you will never get there, because you stop in the process of movement. Faith is in action. Once He's giving you instructions, you have to act on that. You have to move on that. And every step of the way, make sure that you asking for more instructions and more direction. Now, He's not going to let us use Him, right? So the core of all of this is relationship. I want to do your will. I submit to you. I want you to take over my life, to be Lord over my life. So I help me to surrender to you. It's a relationship. And once we move in that direction, then we'll be able to experience Him on a deeper level. But I understand where you are. If you wasn't here when I first started, again, as I close, the title to this live is Embrace Where You Are. you are exactly where God needs you to be. Hey, what's up, y'all? You are exactly where God needs you to be. So whatever you're going through right now, however hard it is, whatever the circumstances and situations you are, give yourself a brief to grieve in this moment. Not a day or two. Give yourself 10 or 15 minutes. I just had a moment. Give yourself 20, 30 minutes to grieve, but cut it short at the 30-minute mark. We don't want to stay there. We don't want to remain in that state, because if we remain in that state, then physically we will remain in that state. All right, so give yourself a brief to grieve where you are. It's okay. While you are grieving, ask God to give you instructions and directions. Instructions and direction. When he give it to you, keep having conversations with them about how you feel. Not on some victim stuff. It's just like, I'm struggling in this moment right now. Like, I thought they would be happy for me. I thought this season of my life would be better right now. I thought my life would be much better than it has been. All these years I've been fighting, all these years I've been trying, all these years I've been kind of giving it my all. But it's like I just can't seem to get it right, because nothing is changing. It must be something I'm doing wrong. Like, what? Like, help me in this moment. You know what I mean? Like, be vulnerable to him. He know what you are going through, but it's when your kid or your nephew or niece hurt themselves, like, you've seen that they fail, so you know they're crying from that. Although you know what's wrong, you still say, what's wrong, baby? It's going to be okay. So it's just one of those things. Our Heavenly Father, it's like, son, come to me. Daughter, come to me. Like, what's wrong? And we tell him it's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that is. He know what you are experiencing. In fact, he knew you was going to go through it before you even got to this point in your life. All right, so ask him for instructions and directions. And shortly thereafter, he needs you more so to move. Be obedient to the instruction and the direction he give you. He may not reveal the second, third, fourth, and fifth step to you. He may not show you what it looks like. That's okay. If he give you instruction, one. If he give you direction, one. If he give you one step, one. All that in one, be obedient to take that one step. And trust that that one step that you're about to take, he's moving you much further. Make up in your mind knowing that, okay, he has given me instruction. He has given me direction. Okay, now he's taking me somewhere. So I have to program in my mind, develop the mindset of understanding. When I take this next step, I'm going to trust him in the next step, the next instruction, the next direction he give me. I'm going to trust him there. And I'm not going to get so fixated on the next step or get comfortable in the next step. I am going to keep moving. But it is only by his instruction and direction I'm going to move, and in the direction he need me to move in. He needs you to be obedient. Take that step. Don't worry about the what ifs. Who cares about the what ifs? Like he created everything. He see everything that you're going to encounter from here to Z. All right. So if he's telling you to take the step, take the step. If he's telling you what direction to go in, just trust his will. Even if you don't understand his way, just take that step. And know that everyone is not going to root for you. Everyone not going to support you. Everybody not going to embrace you or understand what God is doing in your life. Everyone is not going to just be happy for you. I don't care how close they are. They're not. Embrace what God has just revealed to you. Take that in, because if he has given you instruction and direction in your moment of need, embrace that, take that in, and understand that he is up to something and he is on to something. For you to experience him like that, for him to allow himself to reveal himself to you like that, like like this, like he's doing something in a real way. Be a part of it. No matter the storms of life that you're going through, no matter the highs that you are um, that you are experiencing. Just continue to ask for instruction and direction and continue to be obedient. And where he's taking you, where you are now, he will take you every step of the way. Next step, if you pray to ask for instruction or direction, he may not reveal to you yet, because he may not be ready for you to take the next step yet. He may not come to you in the way that he just did, or as quickly as he just did. That's okay. Be patient and wait on the Lord. But continue to seek him for his heart. Continue to seek him for who he is. Continue to seek him for that relationship in that process, and continue to being vulnerable, being open, and being obedient to him in that season that you're in, that step that you are in. All right. Praise the I am, for sure. Praise the I am. He said, who you want me to tell them to send you? Tell them I am. But yeah, um, so yeah, where you are now, it's time for you to move. Get instructions, get directions, be obedient. It's time. And he'll let you know that it's time. If he wants you to wait a little longer, be patient, but be ready to take that step when he give you what that step is. All right. And that's all I really wanted to share. That's the first part he gave me to give you, because he like, you have to get them to that point of what you really want to give them. And that's that they're not always going to be happy for you. They just not. And that's okay. I thought I was past that part of my life, or in my growth, in my walk. But obviously I'm still struggling with internal issues from childhood. Not everyone is going to embrace you and accept you, and you have to be okay with that. Pray for instructions and direction. Instructions and directions. And be obedient. Don't worry about what's next. Don't worry about, hold on real quick. I'm gonna hop out real quick and get my son's food. For sure. Sometimes they're in the dark, so that they don't understand light. And a lot of times when they are in the dark, they choose to remain in the dark because they don't want their deeds that they do in the dark come to light. And that's according to the word. It's not me. All right, so instructions, directions, be obedient. Don't worry about the next step. Don't worry about what's the result of it. Don't worry about the why. Don't worry about any of that. Just be obedient. Oh, my son something to you. Yes, I have an order for Robert Claiborne.
No, it's Robert Claiborne, but he's not out yet. Not yet. Let me see if it's in the back.
Sure, thank you.
Might be ready.
So, yeah, they're just not, because they don't understand what God is doing in your life. And at some point, I'm going to reveal what happened today, because I was at a men's conference at my church earlier, and I don't know if you guys know who Eric Thomas is, E.T. the hip hop preacher. He's a speaker. He was there today, and man, like, God gave me instructions. He gave me instructions. He told me, I mean, cause like man, that's my dude. Because when I was at the darkest place in my life in 2018, I went to God and I told him, like, this can't be it for my life. And the first command you gave mankind was be fruitful, multiply. Yes, ma'am. Have dominion and rule. And I'm failing in every area of my life. So because I believe your word over what I'm experiencing in my life, it must be something that I'm doing wrong.
There you go, sweetie.
Thank you, madam. Hold on for a second. Let me check this.
Can you get some of those sticks?
I gotta make sure I get this right, because my wife be on my head, y'all, for real. Where's the butter for the biscuit?
Excuse me, I find Jesus.
Hey, may I have some butter and maybe like some silverware for the biscuits and the food? My wife will kill me. Like, you want some jelly too? I'm sorry.
How many silverware?
I just want
the one?
Yes, ma'am.
And she didn't throw any silverware?
No, ma'am.
All right, maybe better.
All right, thank you very much. Have a good one. And thank you. So I was like, hey, it must be something that I'm doing wrong. And that was May 2018, and June 2nd, I stumbled across. I don't want to say stumble, because everything happens for a reason. But I stumbled across Eric Thomas' video. The name of it was Honor Thy Craft. Honor Thy Craft. And he said that it's things that you can't have when you start, stop. And you wonder why everyone else is being blessed. It's because you don't understand covenant. Once you get in something, you can't get out of it. And at that time in my life, I'm the king of procrastination. I was doing a live like a year or so ago, and that's when it hit me. Procrastination isn't a struggle, it's a choice. Either we choose to do what we know we're supposed to do right now, or we choose to do it later. It's not a struggle, it's a choice. All right. But at that time, I'm the king of procrastinating, and I'm like, forget who you was talking to. Like, you was talking to me on that. And ever since then, my journey begun, because when he gave that message, I wrote a small piece on procrastination, and I'm like, wow, God, I know I'm not the only one who's struggling with procrastination, which is the reason why we're somewhere but nowhere. And that's because we're somewhere but nowhere. We're not where we could be, but exactly where we should be, because because we procrastinate, how can I let others know it's okay that you struggle with that? I too struggle with that. But if we come together, we can and we will get through and grow together. And I think because I drive trucks, so on my way back from Austin, I still remember it like it was like it was earlier. And having conversations with God about that, and that's when He gave me the vehicle, which was videos on social media and going back and forth with the names. That's why you may see me with your struggles are my struggles, like, because that was the foundation of it. Like, I want you to know, hey, I too struggle with that, but if we come together, that's why everything I speak about, like, look, overcoming the struggles, you know what I'm saying? Like, in one of the gifts that God has given me is the gift of encouragement, so obviously, when it comes down to the gift of encouragement, it has to be speaking to someone who's going through struggles, right? And so, like, ever since then, like, I've been following E, and it's like, man, that is my dude. He like 50 some years old, man of God. He's killing it in the business space. He's in personal development, which that's where God kind of have me in this season. I don't even want to say in the season of my life. It's almost like I'm in training, or He's preparing me for every step of the way, professionally in the personal development space, as what I've been called and purposed to do. So, like, I mean, it's just everything. So I'm gonna end with this because I wasn't supposed to go into details, but God was like today, He was like, it was the last couple of minutes. It was like the last couple of minutes of message, because I forgot he's also a pastor as well, and God was like, He told me, as soon as he get done, get up and go, like basically where the front of our church is, and wait there. So as soon as he got done, I got up and I went around where He told me to go stand and wait. I hope y'all can still hear me. So I went where He told me to go stand and wait, and I was there for almost like 10 minutes. And I'm like, still waiting. But He was like, be patient. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. And a couple of minutes later, my dude E came out. Like, he was with his wife and everything, like, but he came out, and I was able to, just tell him thank you. He done impact thousands upon 10,000. So he hear thank yous all the time. He hear, and you don't know what you did for me, all that. And in the future, I will have a relationship with him, according to what I believe. I speak a lot about believing. It's faith, really. So I just told him thank you. And someone else was, speaking to him about some things, and they asked for a pic, and then I was like, you mind if I, have a pic? I showed him my phone. He's like, yeah. So we got a picture together, and then when I left out, I was going back into the sanctuary, and God was like, hold on, wait, sit in this moment. So I backed up out the stairs, and I just sat in that moment, and he said, hello, how you doing? Hold on for a second. Can I have a bowl? Can I have brown rice? No, brown. Can I have pinto but drain the juice? Chicken? Very little corn. Go ahead. Less than that. Oh, way less than that. Less than that. That's good. That's good. Hold on, I'm over. Extra cheese. Lettuce.
What else? How's it going, man?
Hold on. Can I have more cheese? Sour cream. Can I? More? Yeah, please. Hold on, no, that's not.
Is that all right?
Yeah. Lettuce.
Lettuce. Is that okay, or did you want some more?
No, that's good. And can I have a Topo Chico, whatever that is? Topo Chico. No. Thank you, though.
It's gonna be 13. You said no, right?
Correct.
You want it in the back? Or doesn't matter?
Yeah, a bag.
You want a separate bag?
Yeah, please.
Was it just something?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. So, sorry about that. I'm getting wipes up something to eat. But so you know, I sat in that moment, and what God told me was, because I understood, I know the season that God had me in my life right now. So what He told me was, so what He told me was, just go. And then He told me, just believe. Then He told me, always believe. Because I know that it requires faith. And not all the time we're going to know what's next, see what's next. And that's not what it's about. It's about being obedient and let what's to come at His will. But it's about obedience. All right. So what I'm telling you, like, I mean, I'm experiencing this in my life now. I'm going through it in my life right now. A couple of lives ago, I went into detail. Well, I kind of spoke a little bit, you know, for like, anyway, that's not important right now. So yeah, so like, that's my dude E, but it's like what God is doing, like for Him to give me instructions. Sure, I've seen Him move, you know, on my behalf over the years. I've, you know, seen Him move on others' behalf, you know, as He gave me instructions to give to Him, whatever, like, but it was like this time it was different though, you know what I mean? Like He like literally gave me instructions in that moment, and for that to happen exactly how it did, I'm like, that's special. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to be obedient because I want to live the life that He created me to have and live with His Son, Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's nothing of me. It's big ups to Him, everything Him. You know what I'm saying? His faithfulness, Him, His goodness, Him. You know what I mean? So when I get on here and I'm saying, like, you know, faith and believe, trust and all that, like, I'm telling you, I'm experiencing, I have experienced, but it's like now in this time of my life, the season of my life where He, like, it's just seeing Him move like that. But it's the thing though, it's not just me, it's for all who come to Him and say, have your way with me. My life is not my own. I've been purchased with a price. You know what I'm saying? Like, you laid down your life for me. I can't pay you back. I can't earn it. I didn't do anything to earn it. But I just want to just give you my life. I'm yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just be willing to walk. Just be willing to walk it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just know when I come on here, it's not just a lot of stuff that I'm just throwing at you. Like, it's what I'm being led and what he has put in my heart and my spirit to give you, to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, to encourage you. And believe it or not, a lot of that, like, he's speaking through me, but it'd be for me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I be so passionate about the things that I'm speaking, because I'm experiencing it too. You know what I'm saying? I just want to, like, encourage you to, like, just give him a chance. Turn away from that life that does not include him. Turn away from that life that you know is not pleasing him. Turn away from all those things and that you know that he don't approve of, and say, you know what, I'm yours. You know what I'm saying? Just be willing to go the distance, imperfectly, but perfectly in him. You know what I mean? Like, so that's all I have. I mean, I'm on her way longer than I'm supposed to be, but it was just like, I told a couple people, like, I told my mom and sister, like, they understand. Oh, they was like, wow, like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but a couple people who's, you know, really close to me, and one of them that, like, usually rock with me 10 toes bound, but like I feel in my spirit he feel away. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, like, he, like, we both rock with like something serious. And while we was in the line to get our phone scanned for the tickets, I was like, this is my cousin, like, this is my dude. Been rocking. He's several years younger than me. We've been rocking since my man was running around in Batman drawers. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I think we probably about like 6-7 years apart. But I'm like, man, I wonder after he's speaking, if he's gonna hang around and, you know, mingle and talk to people, whatever. He like, man, I was just thinking the same thing. He like, I already have a question. I already know what I'm asking him. I'm like, it's crazy because out of all of this, I still don't know what to say to him. I still don't know what questions to ask. You know what I'm saying? And when my man got done speaking, I just got up and walked off. And when I gave him and my partner the word that he gave me to give to them, like, I can tell he kind of felt the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't let him know. I'm like, I didn't know. I just believed. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just being obedient or whatever. And he like, yeah, I would have got up and you know, went with you. But he didn't say it like in that type of way or whatever. I know he would have got up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been at this for a long time together, on our own journey, of course. But I can tell, like, he's kind of feeling the way. So I called him an hour or so after I made it home after the conference. He didn't answer. He hit me back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna let him sit in whatever he's sitting in. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but, you know, and that's, so what I'm telling you, like embrace what you're feeling, grieve for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what I was dealing with before I came on here. That's what motivated me to want to come on here and having conversations with God about it. And he was like, it's okay. Not everybody is going to whatever, right? Same thing I told you guys, what he told me. He like, just know that not everybody is going to understand what I am doing in your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay too. You know, like, just know that you experienced me in that moment and know what it was about, and just be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my motivation for wanting to come on here and encourage you guys. But God was like, no, you can't start with that. you have to lead them up to that point. So like, what do you like? How do you want me to present it? And that's when he gave me the title, Embrace Where You Are. God have you exactly where He wants you. And then the instructions that, because I was grieving, I was feeling away, and in that moment I was, like having a conversation, and God was like, I told you when the other day, in the season that you're in now, the devil is going to throw everything that he have at you. A lot of people are going to say a lot of bad things about you. Like, don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like everything is going to come up against you. Just focus on me. Everything is going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, he reminded me of that. But yeah, I was in my grieving for about probably like 15-20 minutes, heart heavy. You know what I'm saying? And he just gave me an instructions to give you guys, like, grieve for a minute, you know what I mean? Like, briefly though, and then ask for instruction and direction. And that's what he gave me to give to you guys. So what I told you is not of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all about being obedient, and he's trying to get us all to submit to his will for our lives and surrender ourselves to him and be obedient to living everyday life in faith, walking with him. I hope I helped you where you are. That what I gave you, that's what God just gave me, and I'm cool now. You know what I mean? I'm past it. I got my grieving out the way. Now it's time to move forward. You know what I mean? So guess what? It's time for you to move forward too. But know that God has created each and every one of us with the purpose, and it's time for each and every one of us to start walking in our calling while living out our purpose. Know that, like, genuine love for you guys, like, although I haven't physically met you at some point, when God see fit, but in the meantime, please keep me in prayer, because I be struggling. That wife that I have, boy, she's not for the games, man. She stretch me and not in a good way, challenge me, not in a good way, but that's God's way of dealing with me through her. So James 1:2-4, consider pure joy, my brothers and sisters, we face trials of many kinds, knowing that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So when we are going through it, just always remember James 1:2-4. Go read it right now, so you'll have a reference to know what you're going through. That's God working something out on the back end. He's working on our character. He's working on our heart. He's doing a great work inside of us because of what he's planning to do through us and with us. So just know it's seasons, good and bad, highs, lows, mountains, valleys. But know that if you're going through it, that means he's going to get you through it. You're not there to stay. Just make sure you continue to ask for instructions, directions, and be obedient. Don't worry about the next. Just be obedient with the first step he give you. Trust him with all of your heart. Lean out to your own understanding in all his ways, all your ways, trust him and know that he's Lord and he got you. Be patient in the process. Continue to walk with him as if you're walking with him in a park, and he's going to show you the way. Just trust his plan, trust his will, even when you don't understand his way. He is for you. Romans 8:28. All right, I love you guys greatly. Until the next spin around, I'll see you guys in a minute. You guys stay blessed. Peace.